So the waiting game is finally over. It is time to talk about our first game of the league as Forest take on Leeds. Welcome to the preview. Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Welcome to Forest versus Leeds. Football is back, baby. And I am nervously excited to say the least. How are you guys feeling ahead of this game? Get your score predictions in the comments. Make sure you've liked and subscribed. And let's jump straight into it because Glasner has done his presser. He had a lot to say. We'll start with a quick injury update. We know that Ryan Yates won't be in the squad and Savona won't be in the squad. In fact, Savona is going to be out a little while longer. There are talks of him going to Atalanta, links about a move potentially, but this injury on his knee seems to have taken a setback, and according to Glasner, he's back in the gym. So we won't see Savona. I mean, I wasn't expecting to anyway. And the question is, who are we going to see on the pitch? Who is Glasner going to pick for the first time? There's been a few combos we've seen in the pre-season that have been interesting. Now it's decision time on him, and he's going to be taking on a Leeds team who I think will do very well this season. Farke's got them playing in a similar system in a back three. They've recruited well, the likes of Harry Wilson coming in, Trafford coming in. And what they have that worries me the most is the fact they're good from set pieces. Second, I think, in set pieces last season, and we were rubbish against them. So hopefully Glasner has addressed that. But there is a good vibe right now at Forest. Glasner has said that another 2 players will be coming in. They've been identified. They will add quality to the squad. So we'll wait and see who they are. But let's focus things not on transfers today, but on the game. So what we're going to do, as always, is run through the team sheet. I'm going to give you what I think Glasner's going to do, and I'll tell you what I think I would do as well. Maybe you want to put your predictions on the team sheet in the comments, feel free to do so. So let's jump into the team sheet. Just before we do, let's have a quick word from the sponsors and we'll be right back. So just before we jump back into the video, I thought now would be a good time to give you guys a quick update on where I am with my journey so far with Oxford Natural. It's coming up to 2 months now, and I've seen some significant improvements in my lifestyle, my sleeping cycle, and on top of that, weight loss as well. Now, I'm still at the early stage of this journey, and there are people who have been doing this longer than me. If you have a look at Anita, she's lost 60 pounds. If you have a look at Linda, she's lost 50 pounds. Michael Owen, who you'll all know, he's lost 40 pounds. And my good mate Robbie has lost 100 pounds doing this. These are good inspirations to me to continue on with this journey. And for the last few weeks, I've been testing out their new formula with the new ingredients, and they really have made a significant difference. With the Optimum Day, these new added ingredients has given me that mental focus, that clarity, so I can really focus on getting the edits and the videos out to you guys. And what's important is that I replenish myself in the night, and with the Optimum Night, it's really helped me fall into a comfortable and deep sleep. I really would recommend the new formulas to you guys. So why not start your own journey right now, and we can help you with that with 70% off your first order if you use code FFTV. All you need to do is scan this QR code or click on the link in the description and come join me and the likes of Robbie and Michael and Linda on their journeys as well for a healthier lifestyle. Alrighty, here we go with the team sheet. So this will be something I think Glasner will go with. I set it up in the way I think he will go with. There's a few areas that we can lock down that we're certain of. Sells will obviously be in goal. Diomande, Milenkovic, Murillo, DMs, man. That's definitely going to be the 3 at the back unless there's any late injuries or anything like that. I think where we have areas of contention is in the wing backs, the central midfield pairings, and the 10s. Now, I think he will go with the tried and tested Ola Einar at right wing back, Nico Williams at left wing back. I think that's what he will do. The one I'm not sure about is what he does in the middle, because he could go Schlager and he could go Dominguez. I've got a feeling, though, he's probably going to go with McAtee over Dominguez. I just think that there's been a little bit of a liking taken to McAtee from Glasner. So I think he probably puts that setup there, maybe even the other way around. And then with the 2 10s, he's definitely going to go Gibbs White on the left-hand side. The question is, what does he do here? I think he favours Ndoye, and I actually think, and this is contrary to what I thought of him last season, I think under Glasner, Ndoye may be one of the most important players at Forest this season. You can clip that if you want. I think he's going to work. He's shown signs of life in pre-season. Obviously, when he plays at Switzerland, he turns into freaking Messi almost. And I think he will start in that inside 10 position. And then up front, I just don't think he goes with Wood. I don't think Wood was fit enough. He didn't play in the closed door game, which is where I think we're getting a lot of clues when Forest beat Coventry to who he's going to go with. And I think it's going to be Jesus up front. Now, there is an argument if we want to play around with this. This is a team I think he goes with. What would I do? I'd probably go with that same front three, although I would like to see Callum Mwendo. So maybe Callum Mwendo in for Ndoye, or Jesus in the 10, Callum Mwendo up front. There's options there to be had. I'm still not sure. I need to see a few games myself to feel what the best pairing is. Now, in the middle, I'm still not having McAtee. I hope he works out, but I don't know if he will. I would go for Schlager and Dominguez. I think you get a nice combination there. Someone who can marshal it in Schlager, and Dominguez who can do that kind of, that legwork in and around that midfield area, the pressing, the trapping of the ball, maybe even getting forward and pressing up higher up the pitch against Leeds. But then you've got the option of Sangare. Like, there are options. I think all the central midfield players are good, but I don't think they're next level, Anderson level. So I still think this is a headache, and this is why I think we still get a CM in that position with the one of the two that he's talking about. Now, one of the two, we know probably one's going to be Dodo, so are we getting a striker or a CM? We'll have to wait and see. So I wouldn't make too many changes outside of that. I think Dominguez and Schlager. If the thing with McAtee, if I was going to play McAtee, I wouldn't play him as the 8. If I was going to do that, let's just say he wants to play McAtee, I would actually drop Gibbs White into the 8 and then play McAtee up here. Like, if I was going to have to, force in McAtee, I'd probably rather do it that way around, because Gibbs White can defend, he can tackle, he can thread a ball through, he can link up with Nico Williams, he could switch to the other side, link up with Einar, and so on and so forth. I think that would make more sense, but I wouldn't do it because I still think Gibbs White's strongest position is that left 10 position. So I wouldn't do that. This is the early stages. We still are in the unknown bit. We're still going to, and Glasner will be the same. He will need to test these pairings out, these combinations, see who connects, who has the chemistry together and everything. That's why I don't think we'll see overload in terms of changes. Now, what we will see is either Murillo and Diamande pushing into the midfield. So what will happen, let's just put it into the team that maybe I would go. Let's just say he goes with this team. What you will see is potentially Murillo coming into here to become the CDM, to carry the ball, and then Milenkovic and Diamande just holding out as a two-man lineup, especially against a team like Leeds who aren't renowned for possession ball, etc. Now, the other switch that then could happen is the opposite way round. So Diamande, who is more than capable, can grab the ball, push himself into that side if we're attacking down the right, and then Murillo and Milenkovic anchor up those two. I don't think we'll ever be too many times less than 2 at the back. My worry is, though, sometimes in pre-season, we've been caught with too many players flooded forward, creating a massive hole in the midfield and then exposing a potential 4-on-2 counter-attack. So we need to be careful of that as well. However, that in itself, although it is risky, I don't mind it. Let's just go back to the main screen, and I'll tell you why. Because by doing that, what I've noticed in the preseason is we're getting more numbers into the box for those crosses to come in, the 10s coming in late, one of the 8s coming in. That creates numbers that we didn't have last season. I'll take you back to the Wolves game where we had like 30 million shots and no goals. Why? Because the balls were being spammed into the box, but the bodies weren't there to get on the end of it. So someone like Gibbs White coming in late, or even a Schlager coming in late, or a McAtee or a Sangare, whoever he goes with, that creates that extra body. And that's the Glasner ball. And we need to see if that develops straight away into this first game against Leeds. We've seen it happening in pre-season, and we should hopefully be able to see it happening this Saturday. I can't wait for it, but I'm so nervous about it. What's my score prediction on this one? I do think we win. I don't know. I just think there's a good enough feel factor right now that Forest can win this game. So I'm going to go 2-1 or 1-0 to Forest. I would probably prefer 1-0, keep the clean sheet and what have you. But man, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. That's my prediction. That's my team sheet. Do you agree with it or not? Get your score predictions in the comments down below. And also, if you want to see all my predictions on all the other Premier League games, go check it out on the Footy Network. I've left that video there for you on the end screen. Make sure you check out Oxford Naturals. Use code FFTV for 70% off your first order. And we'll see you on the next video. Come on, Forest. Come on, you Reds.